Hey, it is Wednesday, woo-hoo, which means it's backstage with Cindy Rowe, and it is Cinco de Mayo. I've already had my tacos thanks to the Belvedere Chamber, but I want to introduce my guest today is Ignacio, and I know him through the Elevate 815 networking group, which is up in the Roscoe Rockton area, and we became friends through that group and have worked on a committee together. Welcome. Happy Wednesday.
Thank you, Cindy. Happy Cinco de Mayo, Margarita Day, whatever you want to call it today. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to
what's in here. So your business is Dedicated Videos. Tell our viewers what actually that is, what you do.
So I usually just call myself videographer or video marketer. It's just depending on if I'm working with a business or music video or a wedding client. But I usually just do video production and mainly for the purposes of the clients. So either if you're working on their business, increase efficiency or sales awareness through videos, then that's where I come in and help create the videos for them. But now I'm taking on weddings this year, which it's been pretty exciting just talking to the couples and getting to know them and looking forward to grabbing that footage. And yeah, and like I said, I've done music videos in the past as well. So mainly anything about videos, I like to help out.
That's great because video right now, video content is so huge for businesses. And it's always been, something I think for weddings, people really enjoy having the video footage to look back onto. But as a marketer, videos for content, for welcoming people to their website. I mean, those things right now are so crucial for success. So what kind of brought you into doing video marketing or becoming a videographer?
So I originally studied digital marketing first. Actually, let me take a step back. I was studying accounting and I was a bookkeeper for 2 years and I actually grabbed a financial job. But then something hit me where I was just like, this is too boring. I can't look at numbers all day. I need something creative. And then that's when I started studying digital marketing. And I actually studied the Ty Lopez course first. That was like the first course that I took. And, I wanted to be, something similar like what you do, Cindy. And then I noticed a lot of businesses don't have video content. And so I was just telling them, we need video. We need you on camera, or we need to show something about your place or stuff. So then I was just like, one day I was just like, I've been talking about videos. I might as well just make the videos. And I picked up a big gig right away. And ever since been working with different types of clients. And it's been fun ever since. And here I am now connecting people like you.
Awesome. So how long have you been in business?
When I made that pivot to videos, it was November 2019 when I said I'm all for videos for right now, just having at it. So ever since then, but with this whole COVID, it's been a little tricky trying to get through it, but I'm still having at it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So as far as starting a video business, what kind of equipment, what kind of training, what all do you need to do to lift that off the ground?
Mainly, if you really want to get into video, is teach yourself. Like you got to be a great teacher to yourself. Like you got to know how to, comprehend the information. I say that because there's a lot of information on YouTube right now. and then I think you might have some YouTube videos or stuff, but like either way, there's a bunch of information out there, but I spend nights like just looking at YouTube videos and then taking on free projects and learning how to do different things. But then later on, I purchased more online courses and learning how to actually make the video content like kind of cinematic or aesthetic. And then learning the video strategies behind that. So, and then the gear wise, I started out with an iPhone 7, and then I went to iPhone 11. Now I have an actual Canon camera, and I'm looking to continue to invest not only on the audio, which is like the microphones, the lighting, anything else that can help me out. I got a drone as well, and I'm definitely going to upgrade my camera as I keep on going. So there's a lot of investment in yourself, but if you're not willing to, take in the information and kind of enjoy the journey as you go, it's tough sometimes because you're gonna be like, you take on projects, you're like, you think you got it, but then you're like, ooh, I don't. This is gonna be a long night tonight, so I think I need a margarita or something like that.
Yeah, I totally agree with investing in yourself and really finding the time to learn new things to add to your toolbox. And then I mean, I've throughout the years that I've been in business, I've come to find out what I absolutely love to do and what I don't want to do. And so one of the things I get asked all the time is SEO, and I hate it. I know it's important, but I'm not the expert in it because every time I had to look into it, it was frustrating to me. So that's not a passion of mine. So coming to when you're educating yourself and you're digging deep in those nights, you do come to realize, oh yeah, I want to learn more about this, or yeah, I'm going to leave that to somebody else. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why I want to connect with you, just because, I don't want to, I figured out I can't do everything. And I feel like a lot of other marketing agencies do that too, where they're trying to do everything, but then they start to realize their strengths, their weaknesses, and it's just not, I just rather deal with the video content because there's so much in video alone, not only the gear, but then the context of the video. Like, for example, this is a video right now, and what the information that's within this video is probably pretty valuable to certain audience members, but then maybe not to other members and stuff. So like taking all that information, put it in the video, that's what I enjoy doing. But then SEO or graphic design, I'm dabbling in, but I don't want to be known as a graphic designer or social media marketer, or, I just really want to be known as the video guy and, have my network of other people. They're like, oh, do you need social media marketing? Here's Cindy, or SEO, or here's someone else, or so I totally agree with that.
And I know with my client base too, and we talk a lot about videos, and I have my phone and that's about it for the equipment that I have. And then the software of like creating the cool videos and the effects and stuff like that, I'm going to leave it to somebody like you. If I can drop it in, just upload it real quick, cool, but like I can do that. But anything fancy, the transitions, adding in graphics and stuff, I'm not going to do that. That's where I would lead on to you. So awesome. So we have somebody that says hello. We have 2 hellos. Thank you, ladies, for watching. And we had another one saying hello. So, okay, for small businesses, I want to talk about the business end of it. What kind of tools or what kind of suggestions do you usually recommend to a small business owner as far as videos?
Depending on their strategy for a small business owner, it just depends on what they want to show off. So I mean, like a great live video would be perfect if they just use their phone and they want to show off what specials they got, especially today. If you got margaritas, I want to know what is known, because I just heard another business close in the Beloit area. So this is a perfect time to say, like, and they were known for margaritas too. So it's like, this is the perfect time to mention about margaritas or stuff like that on Cinco de Mayo. Like, so it's simple as that. I think a lot of people get overwhelmed saying that I need the fancy camera, I need the fancy lighting, or I need someone to help me out. I mean, just start off just like I did. Just start off, you're going to make some mistakes, or you're going to find out what works and what not. So I would just get on camera, start talking, talk loud, because a lot of people don't have the energy, or, when you talk loud, it seems like like what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to portray the energy, but it takes me a while to talk like with this confidence, or, with this much energy. But that's the thing, like, bring out show your excitement for your business, basically. That's what I would say. But, just get on camera. You're gonna say, whatever, but just don't worry about it. Just live in the moment. You're going to learn from it. And if you're going to look at the replay, be like, oh, I should have done this, or so, I would just say, just get on camera, show that energy of your business, why they should come here, because there's competition, everyone else. If someone else is doing a video and someone else is not, most likely they're going to come across that video and then go to that place.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really hate seeing myself on video. and
That is,
I absolutely hate my voice on video. And it's so funny because I committed to myself that I was going to do a Monday Marketing Minute video every Monday in my Facebook group. And oh God, it's tough. But I mean, it gets easier, right? It gets easier as you do them. But it's so funny because I was preaching to my clients, like, you have to do video, you have to do video, you have to do video. And I'm like, I'm not, and I probably should. So it does get easier. And like, don't you agree though that most people want to see the authentic version of you, whether it is that you mess up your words or you stumble a little bit, or maybe that you don't look polished all the time, like you're real? Like, do you feel like that's important?
yes, the human side of, technology, but more or less, like I know you see me in the screen, but then like it's crazy because I've seen some celebrities in person and they're pretty much just like us. It's just that then they make the mistakes. They might stare at the wrong person or stuff like that, or like when you're on video. And I agree, the same thing. I wasn't confident in myself when I was hearing my voice or the way I was talking or just the way I look. I was like, gosh, I wish I could either get some surgery to fix some stuff, or but then you start. That's why you need the self-love, and that's the main thing. Is like you got to really enjoy yourself before you kind of do. But again, you won't start enjoying yourself until you start doing it yourself, kind of thing. So, but yeah,
And
definitely feel the human side.
do you think that there's a time and a place for the authentic, normal human side versus the polished professional video for a small
Yeah,
business?
yeah, definitely. So I would say, if you're doing live videos or you just want to give a quick update, where basically you want it now kind of thing, or you want to, update your audience, then that's the authentic, live videos. Show your face, say the ums, ahs, or whatever. But then, if you really want the polished video, that comes like either to the social media ads, and sometimes you can use those authentic videos for social media ads too. I mean, we've seen a bunch of those, but if you want it for your website or for the main page in your Facebook or social media pages, stuff like that, then that's when it comes to polish. And again, it comes down to budget as well, or if they just fixed up the place or they got a new place, it's a new business and stuff like that. So there's a lot of reasons to go behind when to do those polished videos.
And from a small business point of view, what should somebody's budget be for a video for their website? Let's say they want to do a 3-minute introduction video of why you should hire Cindy Rowe for Cindy Rowe Marketing, or whatever. Like, is it thousands of dollars, or like, does it vary? Like, give us, and you don't have to get, I don't want your pricing. So don't I just kind of give us like an idea of what a small business owner should expect or, prepare for that nice quality polished video.
Yeah, that's a great question because it ultimately varies depending on not only like my prices is different from the other videographer prices. However, you could spend $2,000 over there and they might not have the best result for the video, or they might not have the best experience with a client. So mine could be either just depending on what they're looking to add in, if they are hiring actors or if they're going to shoot somewhere else, or how many multiple videos, what kind of video packaging we're presenting. So it could be from the hundreds to up to probably 2,000 for me. But I know people that are paying thousands and tens of thousands, and yet they're not satisfied with the product just because, like I said, it wasn't what they were expecting, or just because. So I think it really depends on the business and the person behind the business. Like, what do they want to show off and stuff like that. So, yeah, and the prices seem outrageous sometimes when, if let's say, for example, you're in New York, Texas, Los Angeles, or whatever, but it just really varies. Like for me, I really am up to 2,000. Like it's just from hundreds to up to the 2,000 range, just because. And I ask people this too: is like, what's your budget? And with this whole pandemic thing, it's been tricky because some businesses went up, a lot of businesses went down. So that's where I'm like, well, that's why I asked for the budget, because some people like spend some more money than I would have thought they would have spent. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that price, or Some will be like, well, I only have a few $100. So I was like, okay, I'll work with you just because we all been through a tough year anyway. So it just varies.
Yeah. And I think as a small business owner anyway, asking that budget question, one is tricky, but two, it's so important because they're paying for our professional, work, quality of work, our experience, our software, our products that we have, right? We have all the stuff. But when you find out their budget, and let's say your average price for a video is $1,500, and a company comes in and says, I only have $500 for this project. Now you have an idea of like, okay, I really want to work with you, and this is what I can do for that $500. So you're not necessarily going to get the $1,500 video, but you really want to help them. This is what I can do for you for that $500 budget. And then when they find out how much work actually goes into it, the quality, the results, because we're all results oriented as small businesses, then they can prepare for that next time that they want to work with you, which I've learned over the years, like that, the budget question is so hard, but it's so worth it. And it's so important for us, so that we can do what we need to do. So
Absolutely.
Your business started in 2019 for the videos. You've expanded from your doing your regular videos, and now you're expanding into weddings. And I don't want to leave that out because that's very, very exciting, and that's awesome that you're growing in that way. And then you also said music videos, which is really cool. So tell us what that process was. Like, why did you decide to branch out into those different directions?
Well, first, let me give a shout out to Lisa, Monica, and Jason for saying hi earlier. I should have gave a shout out earlier, but
Yeah.
you guys for tuning in. The reason why I branched out I understand. Well, one, it's good to expand, the revenue sources. I think it comes down to multiple streams of income, but then I think a lot of people think you need this business, you need that business and stuff like that. It's take a step back because maybe you can make multiple streams of income within your business, So when I do video consulting workshops that I'm getting into, music videos, weddings, and business videos. So that's kind of the wheel of streams of income. That's why. But mainly also is just that I like to challenge myself. I like to do different types of projects because there's so much out there that we don't know. And that's the thing it's the huge difference between music videos and a business video. But yet I can take the aspects of a business video and a music video and use that for the wedding videos. And then when I do the wedding video, so when I do the wedding videos, then I can take that aspects for the documentary videos down the road that I want to do. So it definitely challenged myself creatively, but then also gaining those experiences, not only with making those videos, but dealing with those different types of people. Because I really enjoy connecting with all kinds of people, just because everyone has a different story. I never met anyone that has the same story as someone else.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love the fact that you are learning, growing, and expanding and being able to broaden your services, but then you're also taking what you're learning from each of those different types of videos and enhancing the other, so you're taking, like you said, from the music video, and maybe you can incorporate what you've learned from there into a wedding video. I mean, I think that's brilliant. And I feel like that's a true entrepreneur, where you get that creative, hey, I learned this, but if I take this, I can put it over here and really make this work too. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Started again in 2019, then the pandemic hit. So that is a struggle all of us have felt. What other hurdle have you had to overcome in the short time that you've been in business? Besides this pandemic.
Well, definitely investing, finding those funds to invest in myself and knowing where to or when to invest kind of thing. So for example, learning what gear would definitely up my game each time. So what's the next piece of gear? That's I had done tons of research, and I'm still debating on what types of gear. Because I asked everyone else, like, how's your experience with this? How's your experience with that? And I think that's just like we're learning when and where to spend your money at. So, you know, for example, if you notice that your audio isn't the best, maybe it's time for a different piece of audio equipment. And then another thing, now grabbing the clients. And a lot of people will tell me network, but majority of my clients came from advertisements. I would say probably like 90 or 95% of my clients, just because. And there's the thing about advertising too, is just not only the advertising, online advertisements, but it's now learning the sales of videography. Like, how do you connect with people, and what are they actually looking for? What was their past experiences with other videographers and stuff? So I would say sales, learning where to invest, you know, making those investments in yourself, and then basically, you know, keeping up with the trends and the technology, because that's always upgrading. Even during, I think the pandemic was crazy upgrading, like throughout. They were releasing new cameras, they were updating the softwares, everyone was going online. So I think that's always going to happen. That's happened before, and now it's definitely a game changer now, just because now the pandemic has definitely pushed that. Like, everything's going online. We gotta keep the software up to date, because if we don't, we're gonna lose that customer to someone else.
Right. Yeah. And I think, you know, you've mentioned several different things that a lot of small businesses had to overcome and that is, you know, figuring out when and where to put the money in. Some of the advice that my dad gave me when he owned his business was always invest in your business. So if you can always take that money and reinvest it into your business versus going out and just spending it haphazardly, you're going to be further ahead than most small business owners or entrepreneurs. And still think that's solid advice today. So 5 years from now, where's Dedicated Videos?
Geez, there's been a lot of opportunities presented to me. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's been a few opportunities that will make a lot of impact in my life. I honestly have an idea of where I want to go. I have some goals where it's like, for example, I definitely want to build a team. I like collaborating with other videographers, other business owners, other agencies. But then I'm not sure if I'll still be here, Wisconsin, or if I'll be out of the state or a different country. There's just been, I mean, I connect with so many people in this field, and I don't know why. I'm just like, I feel like I'm still a beginner. I'm still a student in the game. So, I mean, definitely if I could build my team in 5 years, that'd be great. However, if there's an opportunity that presents to me where I, you know, kind of stick with the video field, or, you know, like I said, I want to do documentaries, but however, what if one day I'm presented to be an actor in a movie? I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of things to do in the film, in videography alone, or the film industry. I mean, so I definitely want to build my team, but again,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
no, okay, I was just gonna finish up and be like, or if there's another opportunity that present, then I might take it, just depending on the situation, timing, and all that.
Okay, and I was gonna say, and I knew Ignacio when. I'll be like, hey, remember that one time you were on my show, and remember when I was that little person? Yeah. You know, that's awesome. I love that dreamy spirit too. Like, hey, and that you're not so like stuck, like this is where I have to be. Like, hey, wherever this is opportunities were gonna take me, that's where I'm gonna go. Whatever makes right business sense for me and the path. And I love that. The one last question. Tell me what motivates you to keep going.
Well, it takes me back a time when I was 12, because I was editing videos back then. And then I realized I quit because I wasn't sure where it was taking me. So then I think about, if I would have kept going with the videos back then at 12 years old, right now I'm 26. I might look older or younger to some people, I'm not sure. But if I would have kept going since I was 12, doing the same thing what I'm doing right now, I can't imagine the position I would have been. So that's why I got to keep going because I got to keep up in my game. I got to keep improving myself and then improving the people around me. And just because these opportunities that came up, I wish I would have known before when I was 12, or if I could tell my 12-year-old self, be like,
Right.
you gotta keep going, because if you stop, you're gonna be way behind, or you're gonna be like, I wish I would have kept going. But unfortunately, I deleted that YouTube channel. And I was just making music videos. I was just taking footage and stuff like that, and I had some. And that was back in the day when they were giving awards to YouTubers and stuff. And I was like, wow, I can't believe that.
You could have been making big bucks by now.
Exactly.
YouTube star with your own product line and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, now I can't quit this time, because and I quit for the same reason that I didn't start it earlier before, is because I was trying to do lawn care. And now I absolutely kind of hate it, kind of thing. But I'm glad I'm doing videos again. Well, like now for businesses and weddings and all that. So I'm just gonna keep going, and I can't stop. Even during the pandemic, I didn't want to stop. I was like, I
love that. Yeah, we're always, as entrepreneurs, small business owners, we're always given reasons to quit on a regular basis, whether you know, or something happens and you start overthinking things, but the passion and your dreams and everything that's in your heart, like that's what pushes you forward. So I like to give the last few minutes. We're almost done with this 30-minute show. I told you it goes fast. I'd love to give my guests an opportunity to give their pitch about their business, how people can find you, how they can work with you, whatever it is you want. I will drop down. I have your website and your Facebook page. I'll drop those in, but feel free to tell everybody how to find you, what you're all about. It's all yours.
Well, thank you, Cindy, again for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. I just want to tell anyone that's watching, if you're looking to expand either your business, or you want to do a music video, or you know someone that's have a wedding coming up and needs a videographer, I'm happy to help and see if we're a good fit. But also, if you're looking to do your own videos and you want to learn how to speak on camera or how to edit your own videos, I'm happy to do some coaching or some workshops with that as well, because I know people have been requesting me with that, or they always ask me those types of questions. So any questions regarding videos, feel free to message me. Either check me out on my website, dedicatedvideos.com, or send me a message through Dedicated Videos LLC. Or since you see my name on here, you can send me a message on my personal profile. I have no shame in what I do. So, yeah, happy to connect.
Awesome. So prior to COVID, I was doing regular lunch and learns where I would have about an hour session live in person, and we would talk about certain marketing things. And I had an idea, as you were giving your little pitch about videos. I think we need to partner and do a workshop together on how to do videos from your phone for marketing. We can chat. I just wanted to put it out there, because if I don't put it out there, then it won't happen. So now that I put it out there, whether you want to partner with me or not, we're going to make it happen. But that's something that you and I can chat about offline, I guess. But I think that would be really beneficial, having your experience and your knowledge and combining our two networks together on how to utilize the video to promote their business, whether they hire you or want to do it for themselves. We have one comment. Oh, Lisa says, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
So glad you joined us. But yeah, thanks, Ignacio. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to watching your success and sending clients your way, as I see where I can't help them at all with the video. But thank you so much for being a guest. I hope you have a wonderful day, and cheers to the margarita. I don't know if you have one, but this is water.
This is water.
Waiting for me later. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Cindy. Have a good one.